What have we here? Okay, new update notification, looks like, for Fire Emblem Heroes. Alright, guys. It is your boy here. We're back. And we're going to go ahead and peep what they got cooked up for us this month. Let's see here. Okay, the ability to equip aid accessories onto multiple heroes at once is being added. Oh. The ability to equip... Why did they write the same thing right underneath it? Okay, enjoy equipping matching accessories onto heroes bestowed with aided essences. Like normal accessories, aids accessories can be equipped by selecting Equip Accessories under Trait and Equipment in the Allies menu. By selecting the aids accessory of your choice in the Select Accessory menu, you can equip up to 10 heroes with the same aid accessory at once. Okay, so it seems like Dagger, or not Dagger, Regan's sales pitch for her drone ended up working. If you guys saw that little video where she was trying to sell her drone to everyone in Asker. It seems like it worked. Now you could just... Anyone who has the aided essence, at least 10 people up to... are going to be able to equip the same exact aided equipment. So we have the bird from Dagger, of course, and then we have the drone from Regan, which is pretty cool. I guess is a nice little cosmetic thing. Alright, then also new skills are being added for Mythic heroes. Oh, we have remixes too. Okay, so we have Thor getting her remix, and then we have Aether. Okay, so let's take a look at Thor up first. So, Mrs. Thunder Thighs. She's picking up Guard Bearing 4, which is awesome. Everyone was begging for Hell to get Guard Bearing 4, and they didn't give it to her. They gave her Distant... What was it? Distant Dart instead, or... Not Distant Dart. The one that does chip damage to your HP, but it gives you Speed Up 5 and Distant Counter. What is that one called again? I think it's Distant Pressure or something like that. But regardless, they didn't give her the skill we wanted. So Guard Bearing 4 on Thor is pretty good. I don't remember what her original beast skill was. I think it was like Flow Guard or something like that. So Guard Bearing 4 certainly will be a lot better for fodder and for Thor herself. Okay, then also we have World Breaker here. World Breaker Plus. Allies in 2 spaces a unit can move to any space in 2 spaces a unit. Okay, that's very nice. Just turning her into Ash all of a sudden. Very good for an offense Mythic hero. Also grants attack, defense, and res up 5, and special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack. And grants special cooldown count -2 to unit before unit's first attack during combat. Okay, we're just doubling down on her ability to Gale Force, which is awesome. That's pretty much the role everyone was using her for in the first place. And then also grants attack, defense, and res up 4, and special cooldown charge +1 per attack to allies in 3 spaces a unit. And grants special cooldown count -1 to those allies before their first attack during combat. Oh, wow. She's giving that too. She's giving, like, Rally Spectrum Light as well. Yeah, they made World Breaker pretty good now. It's basically Guidance 4... but better because it hits all movement types. Then it's giving support, and then it's also giving her a lot of in-combat potential too. So far, so good. They did a great job with Thor's remix passive here. Okay, what did they do for Aether? Brutal Shell Plus. At the start of turns 1 through 4, grants special cooldown count -3 to unit. When special triggers, boost damage by 50% of the greater of units or foes' defense. And if unit or foe's special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, reduce damage from foe's next attack by 40%. Oh, it's got non-pierceable DR now. Interesting. Yeah, this guy was kind of awkward compared to the other, like, Ghoulan bursty units like Regan and Fafnir. This guy was more so like a defensive unit. He had really good attack, defense, and res. So, I guess they're trying to play him up like an offensive brawler. Like, he can do a lot of damage, and then he can tank pretty well. So, he's like Metagross, basically. Alright, and then we have Attack and Defense Excel. Oh, wow. Yeah, where was all of this for the past couple of remixes? They had booty-ass passives. Now we have Excel, and we get Guard Bearing 4, like 2 passives that people really wanted. This is what they need to be doing on these remix passives. They need to be giving, like, really meta-relevant skills to these characters when they get the remix. Instead of whatever nonsense they gave us for the last couple that sucked. What did Legendary Lilina get? She got, like, Sabotage, Attack, Res. Come on, man. You couldn't have at least given her Still Water? Like, that makes the most sense for her. Okay, so these are also going to be the combat manuals that are added to the ephemera codes. Okay, so we're getting the Ninja Cherche, and then we're getting the Egyptian Leg Jarn, my favorite Leg Jarn. Or actually, maybe Summer Leg Jarn is my favorite. But I do like the Egyptian theme they went with for Ascended Leg Jarn's art there. Unfortunately, I can't recall their fodder. I think Leg Jarn had, like, Rouse Attack and Speed 4, which is complete ass. No one runs Rouse level 4s. And then, I don't remember what Cherche came with, unfortunately. And then for the 4-star manuals, we are getting, looks like, Ogma, Barst, Will, Alchrist, the Groom Alchrist, and then also Raven. So Groom Alchrist is okay, it's just that he's another red bow archer, and we had way too many of those when he released. So, like, Caster literally came out right before him. So it would have been nicer if they made him a different color, but he's okay. He's not the worst. He has a decent attack and speed spread for, like, builds. So if you wanted to build up an offensive archer, he's okay. Alright, then these are the rest of the refines that we're getting. So we have Pirate Tibarn. We got Deepvar. We have Shamir. We have Jill. And then Guinevere. Ooh. Actually, some pretty interesting ones. Pirate Tibarn was low-key, like, one of the best Gale Forcers on release. Now, mind you, this was a long time ago. But when he came out, we were in awe of his power. Because he had Dive Bomb, which was just, like, desperation for free. And then, of course, being a flying beast, he moves 3 spaces. He can get to his Dive Bomb and his Gale Force very easily. So, Pirate Tibarn was kind of cooking for a little bit after he released. Deepvar never really had much of a chance. So, hopefully her refine here is going to be solid. And then as far as Guinevere and Jill go, Jill was never really like a super meta-relevant character in Fae, but she is a big fan favorite in the Tellius games. People love Jill, so nice to get her refine. And then Guinevere had a brief moment as one of the best, like, tome carries you could run for Aether raids. Back in the day when everyone was running, like, infantry pulse defenses, Guinevere was legitimately really solid. She had effective against tome. She has a lot of res, and then she could do effective damage against tomes to just win against all the enemy magic units. And she had in-combat healing, too, or I think it was after combat healing. She just gets back 7 HP, which was, like, really unheard of at the time. So, gonna be interesting to see what they do for her. Unfortunately, the legendary Guinevere didn't live up to par with the original Guinevere. But I've always liked Guinevere. She's one of my favorite characters from Fire Emblem 6. So, hopefully they do a good job with her refine there. Okay, new Memento event. Looks like Kieran and Alphonse are in the library there. Every time I see this library, it always reminds me of the library from Avatar. Remember that episode of Avatar when they went into the desert? And there was a library under the sand, and there's like a big owl as the bookkeeper in that library. Let me know if you remember that, what I'm talking about. Okay, we're getting updates to Aether Raid structures. The healing tower can be leveled up to level 13, sure. And then two new tracks to the concert hall. Puppets Don't Shed Tears from New Mystery and Time of Retribution from Fates. Not familiar with either of those tracks. Alright, more favor level. Goes up to 4,900. I still haven't even gone past the original favor level cap of, like, what was it? Like, it started at 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that. I haven't even gone past that. That just goes to show how often I play this godforsaken game. Okay, and then finally we're getting 2 new Heroic Grails added to the Heroic Grail shop. We have the Nils from the Icy banner. And then Marni, of course, everyone's been waiting on Marni. As soon as she drops, I'm just going to plus 10 her on the spot. So, awesome to finally get Marni. And then a minor issue regarding Divine Vein Ice in Mjolnir Strike will be addressed. In a shield battle in Mjolnir Strike, the leftmost hero in a defense team who has the raid roll cannot be attacked by foes. Oh, that's only a good thing for us, right? Like, that would help us. However, as it stands now, we have confirmed a bug that allows a hero with the raid roll to be attacked if by a foe if the hero is on a space affected by Divine Vein Ice. Okay. Alright, then after the update is released, even if a hero is on a space affected by Divine Vein Ice, foes will not be able to attack them. Okay, so it's a bug that will help us when they fix it. So I guess that's fine. And also, a bug may trigger an incorrect calculation in the combat forecast for Sigurd, Emblem Sigurd, when he's using Override. So in the scenario where a foe targeted for an attack or a nearby foe within range of the attack has a skill that affects combat in different ways, depending on the HP of nearby allies when Override is used, to attack the targeted foe and nearby foes, that effect is not taken into account in the combat forecast. Isn't that how it's supposed to be, though? Isn't that how that's supposed to work? Because Override is an AoE. It happens prior to combat. So then, afterwards, then your in-combat skills like drives would kick in. And any 2-space support. So, to me, that seems like that was right. But I guess it was wrong, apparently. And then after the update, the combat forecast will remain correct, regardless of if the same above scenario takes place or not. And then illustrations for Panette will be adjusted. Oh, God. Not these again. The can you spot the difference? I can never figure out the difference here. Like, unless I really look at it side by side, it's impossible to tell what they've done. So if you know what they did to fix Panette's art, let me know. But I thought Panette's art was pretty good. I never saw any issues with that. Also, Fiorm as well. Okay, look at this. They're fixing this scanty Fiorm here. Okay, once again, I can't really tell what the difference is. Yeah, but I mean, this art is so unnecessary. I've always felt Fiorm is showing off a little too much skin on this injured art. Okay, and that's pretty much everything there. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. It looks like we got some interesting refines here for some pretty popular characters, particularly from Tellius with Tibarn and Jill. And then one of my favorites in Guinevere. And then also we're getting Marni added to the code shop, or the Grail shop, which is going to be awesome. And then the 2 remixes, so far they seem pretty solid. Aether is going to need a lot more help on his weapon, I think. Because all he really got here was non-pierceable DR and then pre-charging on every turn from 1 to 4. As opposed to, I think it was once. And then over here, Thor, of course, they gave Worldbreaker a pretty substantial upgrade there. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.